so much soul. About to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From me these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Gooses on dudes, get crazy. Converse can laugh, make like easy.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brother, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther. And today, guys, we are blessed with a guest. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
What up, bro? How you, man?
Hey, man, I'm here. I'm living. I can't complain.
Exactly. We here, man, in the present.
I like it. I like it. So for the people that don't know you, it's your first time here on the Soul Brother podcast. Give them a small intro and let them know who you are.
Man, so my name is Tomamichel. I'm the owner of Corporate out here in Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and Dayton, Ohio. 3 locations, just trying to hold down the Midwest to the best of my abilities. I am also the founder of a nonprofit called Bigger Than Sneakers. That's my community give back. And, man, I'm just super proud of the work that we've been able to do over there, as well as a 3-time girl dad. And just trying to be the best husband I can be. That's who I am, man.
I like it. I like it, man. You killing it at all aspects of life, man. That's something to be proud of. Yeah, I noticed just looking at your social media, man. I love and I appreciate your dedication to not only what you're doing for like far as sneakers, but being a father, man. That's something to be proud of. Being a father myself, I definitely connect with that. So, but before we get into it, let's get what was on feet today.
Man, so today was Monday. My Monday starts off super early. I drop off my daughters at their schools, and then I take myself to Black Sheep Performance, which is a gym out here. So when I'm preparing for those Monday workouts, I just try to be like as comfortable as possible. The Air Max Moto, it's not even a shoe that I don't think anybody cares nothing about. But man, this shoe just is so comfortable. And I'm like, I keep telling the folks over at Nike, like, just give us that one color that we can rock. And I promise this shoe, I mean, it's just that shoe that I just throw on, man. And I can't say enough about just the comfort. Obviously, like I said, it's a shoe that nobody talks about. Nobody looks for it. They not checking for that one. And that's why I love it. You know, you got to love those and appreciate those shoes that just fly under the radar. And, you know, when you get hip to them, you like, just try to be like, you know, because my boys be like, why are you wearing all those, man? And I'm like, dog, like that's again the part of the game that, you know, makes us special. When you find that one shoe that's just yours, you know, you put somebody onto it.
Yeah, I went with again. My Mondays are a little laid back.
Exactly.
I went with the Spiridon Cage OG, in that silver bullet colorway. It's light, breathable. It's that time of the year. I'm good to go, man. I can throw these on. I can do it. I can get a workout in. I can walk around, get things done, be productive. That's that pair.
That shoe right there is special to me. When I was, I want to say that's a 0203 release, right? Like when it debuted.
Yeah.
So, man, I was working at Foot Action, and we had a field rep, the Ekin, come in. His name was Loyal Low, and I had just been hired. I'm talking about probably like 2 weeks prior. And, man, he came in, he gave us the tech rundown on that shoe, you know, double stack zoom in the heel, like you said, breathable upper. Man, the Phylon, I want to say like 4 foot, like just like broke it down. And, man, he gave me a pair, and, you know, they seeded them out back then. And I will forever love that shoe and just appreciate, you know, that was one of my first shoes that I was gifted. And, you know, at that time, it was like, that was an honor. You know what I mean? It wasn't I mean, it's still an honor when you get seeded. But back then, I mean, that was like, nobody was doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Yeah, that shoe right there, man, I had the red colorway. And it matched my little Foot Action shirt with my khakis for the summer. You know, I was in there killing it.
I've never been able to have a job and where I can show off my shoes. I've always been stuck with like shoes that gotta be safety protective shoes or something like that. So I've never been able to have a job where I can like wear my sneakers. So I've always wanted to like I guess you would say work corporate, but I be moving too much, man. I can't just and then when I was wanting to work at a shoe store, I was pretty much I would be giving my check away. So I was like, that's probably not the best idea. So I tried to stray away from that when I was younger. So yeah,
Hmm.
I've always wanted to be able to do that though.
I mean, that was, yeah, you're right. You working all those hours just to hand it back
Hmm.
to them. But I mean, that was the cool thing back in the day. It was like,
Oh yeah.
again, you kind of had this natural influence if you were working in the shoe stores. Again, I
Hmm.
was in high school, and like every surrounding high school in my area, I got to connect with everybody. So,
Yeah.
the cool thing about Cincinnati, it's kind of like one of these places that no matter what, it's always about like, oh, what high school you went to. And
Hmm.
everybody be like, "Oh, dang, you did go to Winton Woods, but man, you used to be with Princeton people. You used to be."
Hmm.
I'd be like, "Yeah,"
Hmm.
because again, like footwear just opens that door to just opportunity of meeting people,
For
and that's
sure.
what I always will appreciate about, like kind of my intro to why I
Hmm.
loved it so much, man, and why I still love, being active in my shops. I
Yeah.
just try to be as like I guess on the ground as possible. Like I know
Yeah. For
everybody
sure.
else, my peers are kind of like they're not in the shops, but I really
Hmm.
love being in the shop still, man. Like I love
Yeah.
meeting new people and I love seeing what they're talking about, taking those insights.
Yeah.
One thing I take pride in is we do a weekly recap for all of our retail partners. And in
Hmm.
those recaps, man, I can tell you what such and such said because I hear it
Hmm.
personally. When I work in the stores on a Saturday, I'm able to hear exactly like, hey, we missed the mark with this colorway, or if it would have
Hmm.
just been earlier in the year, or I'm not really, we're kind of late on this, or whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
hearing that perspective still gives me an advantage. So,
Yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
I
I
love it,
like that.
man.
I know you speak on your early days, working at Foot Action and stuff. So I would like to
Hmm.
know, like, before the brand, before the store, the platform, like, who was Matt? Like, who were you before sneakers?
Man, before sneakers, man, I was just a kid like that loved basketball. Like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, we all probably got introduced to footwear through a
Mm-hmm.
respective sport, right? Whether it's football, baseball, or basketball. Basketball was something that just grew up in my house. Like, the game grew up, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I've grown up along with it to be able to see, Michael Jordan play, to be able to see
Right.
LeBron, Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
It's grown a lot. And again, naturally when you're Michael Jordan, is number one fan in your eyes, you start looking at the shoes. And
Yeah.
the shoes just always, kind of made me feel like I fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so I'm from Cincinnati, but originally I was born in Guatemala City. At
Mm.
6 months old, I was moved to the United States and adopted. And,
Yeah.
predominantly the neighborhood that we lived in when I first was in Cincinnati was a predominantly black neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
but here's a Hispanic kid. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
shoes kind of made me like, oh, he that was the acceptable thing, oh, well,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
least he
Yeah.
knows about the J's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I loved it because it just made me tougher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what it is to be accepted by a brother, man. It's like that's the
Mm-hmm.
rite of passage. They
Yeah.
don't, they take you in, and next thing you know, you one of them, man. And so I've always just been down like that. And then a little bit older, then I switched my background and lived in a
Mm-hmm.
predominantly white neighborhood. But
Mm-hmm.
again, man, shoes connect all these
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So I think that was like kind of like the reason why I love footwear so much, because it just made me feel like I could be a part of anything. And
Mm-hmm.
I just try to show people that still to this day, like, man, it's bigger than shoes. It's bigger than
Yeah.
sneakers, as we say with my nonprofit.
Yeah.
But again, I just try to, allow footwear to be a connection piece for
Hmm.
my life. So, and it's
Yeah.
worked. It's worked pretty
I
well,
like it.
actually.
Right? I
Yeah.
like it. So before we get like to the store and that part of your life, what was your relationship like with sneakers before it became business?
Man, I was the person that was after them all, man.
Hmm.
Um, I love sneakers, from a young age, whether it was the Jordans, the Pennies,
Hmm.
Iverson. Um, those were the three that like really, those and I say the Dion's and the Griffeys, those were my,
Yeah.
my five that I
Hmm.
had to do. Um, I was into those a lot, man, and you know, I was just a collector. I just wanted to
Yeah.
be like them. They were the guys that, the posters hung on the wall, and
Yeah.
I they made it cool. How you were gonna pull a fit off with,
Hmm.
whatever apparel that you were wearing at that time. But more or less, it was just like the rite of passage, man. So
Yeah, 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 man. That's how it is, man. You got your two pairs there. Everybody, I feel like almost everybody's story is the same when it comes to to people within the space in the sneaker space. It's either you only got two pairs of shoes every year, or you had the East Bay catalog, or either you worked at a sneaker
mm,
store. It's all it's one of those three.
dog, and me, I was lucky enough that it was a little bit of all of those, right? Because
Mm,
like you said,
yeah.
you know, yeah, you got something at Christmas, you got something at back to
Hmm.
school, but
Hmm.
man, I wanted to hustle for it. So like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
I was doing all the chores to try to make the money to be able to buy something else for
Hmm.
myself, or, I was in the East Bay book circling the releases, like, Ma, if I can get these,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like, and then obviously just, being around shoes, it just kind of kept going. Early on, I was one of the first probably to ever discover Nike Talk,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was like, man, that was just it's such a good time. Like I would
Hmm.
sneak off at school and get on the internet and be on Nike
Hmm.
Talk, and they didn't know what I was looking at. They just saw a
Hmm.
black and red screen, but it was like I was just, taking in that knowledge of like, man, this is about to come out.
Hmm.
I was on the watch for everything, and it just continued to be my thing, man.
Hmm. In your opinion, do you think something like Nike Talk could be recreated like in current times?
Well, I mean, Nike Talk still exists. It's just we don't be
Hmm.
on there every day.
Yeah.
I don't think one thing I think is it's just very hard to go to a website now, right? Like and
Yeah.
just digest information. It's almost like we have to have those the cliff notes to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah, yeah,
just,
yeah.
just the day and age that we live in, unfortunately. Now, if you really
Yeah.
love something, obviously
Hmm.
you're gonna, seek out more information. But
Hmm.
the way that Nike Talk was set up, it was just like, bro, it was a crapshoot, right? You would go
Yeah.
general and be in there for
Hmm.
an hour. You go to
Hmm.
retro, you be in there for an hour. And I mean, that's just how it operated. I do wish that we could get back to that though, because man, it's like again, you had to seek out the information. Now
Yeah.
everybody wants it right there in front of them. They don't want to do no homework. They don't want to be
Yeah.
educated on product even. I mean, dog, when was the
Yeah.
last time we were able to sell somebody on something new just off of, oh, well, this bag is X amount bigger, or, and just that
Hmm.
kind of that art of
Yeah.
discovery. It's just like that doesn't happen anymore. We're
Yeah.
we're
No,
really
for
in a
sure.
time of here it is, make a
Here it
first
is.
impression, or never have a chance again. That's it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I mean, shout out to Z Sneakerhead. I always found it crazy that like people create these large amount of followings like based off of like the information that you're saying, like that no one's searching for
Yeah.
anymore. It's just like, here you go, this is releasing, here's the story behind it, this is who it's made by. And it's like, you
Mhm.
come from a part where like you did have to look for it, or like you had to walk into a store and see that it released, and now it's just
Yep.
right there for you, and like everybody's just gravitating to it. It's like, all right, well, yep, when did you say you come out in 2027, 2029? Oh, 2030? Oh, that sounds good, man. I can't wait.
Bro, that's my biggest battle right now. Is like I'm seeing 2027 product information release. I'm like, fam, there's a lot of us that won't get there because we can't keep your attention.
Yeah,
Like we can't
yeah.
keep your attention enough to be like, hey man, I mean, come on, like even the example of the White and Carolina 11s last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
fam, when that got announced, people were hyped. They like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've been missing that one. I
Mm-hmm.
could go for another pair of those. And then they
Mm-hmm.
came this weekend, and I mean, I've been talking to my friends, and we've been having like 5 to 17% sell through. Like
Yeah.
there's been, I mean, it's just not even acceptable, and it sucks
I know.
because that's what happens to the product that is, you know,
There's so many. I mean, there's so many releases, man. I'm telling you, like, and I
yeah,
try to consume all of them. I mean, the UNC, I got them last time when they released in 2017, I believe,
yeah,
and I was looking at a pair today. It's already on sale for $162. I'm like, didn't they just release? I'm like, I'm trying to remember. Like, wait, did they release before? Or like, yeah, you get confused because there's so much product and the way it's selling. Like,
yeah.
even if it's not like selling and getting off the shelves, they're already okay. Here's this shoe. Here's this shoe. It's on sale.
Hmm.
Get it or not. And this is dropping next weekend. So,
Yeah, no, you're right, man. I mean, it's just it's hard to digest it. It's hard to
hmm
pick your battles. Like, I mean, even as a retailer, you got to kind of think that we're almost in a position that we don't need every retro that's offered to us. That's
hmm
scary, dog. I
yeah,
ain't
for
never
sure.
thought about nothing like that, but that's the true, fact of the matter. Like the way that I'm revisiting my buys or I'm thinking
hmm
about things for the future. Like, what if
hmm
I missed on one of those? Do I
hmm
miss a opportunity to make money, or do I,
Mm,
miss an opportunity not to have a bill?
for sure. So, like,
So,
as a retailer, like, what is your approach? What is your approach to that? Like, do you try to promote the release differently than the other stores, or how do you approach that?
um, I think it's really tough right now, like, with a retro like that to
hmm
stand out, unless your
hmm
storytelling is just incredible, right? So for us, like, we just take the kind of the approach of this is supposed to be like a little bit more humorous, kind
hmm
of playful and not like so serious. Like, hey man, we got this Jordan 11. We know y'all, there's a resurgence around it. Let's make
hmm
sure that we're here on Saturday, and
Yeah.
just kind of have that playful attitude. Um, Again, corporate, I think, is the most serious that we should be. Is you saying our name.
hmm
Now, you come in the shop, it should be a cool experience. You should be welcomed. You should be greeted. You should be talked to. You should be kind
hmm
of just like, yo, man, this is my therapy for real. They
Yeah.
call it retail therapy when people are shopping, but man, this is just the place that I feel most comfortable. Like that's what I
hmm
tell all of the guys that work with us. And it's just like make sure that you allow people just to have their moment because man, we
mm
don't know what they're facing in their real life. This is
hmm
20 minutes of looking at shoes and
hmm
having a moment for themselves.
Yeah,
So
of course. I think of a lot of us, we kick back and we scroll, through eBay or we scroll through whatever, and that's like your chill moment. Because like when
yeah,
I've had a long day and I'm just like, I don't want to take time to find something to watch. I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna open up my phone. I'm gonna look through eBay, see if I can buy something. I'm gonna get on the website, see if I can buy something. Like
yep,
that is, and most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I don't buy nothing at that moment. I'm really
yeah, no.
just getting that, like, all right, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is a nice
What they're
price,
saying, you're scratching your itch when you're like, man,
Yeah,
look, look.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so funny. Do you find yourself like you have keywords saved like from
Mm-hmm,
eBay?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for me, one of my big categories that I go down is Jordan, Cincinnati, and
Mm-hmm,
just somebody will put up something. Like I
yeah.
have this huge collection of like all the original Jordan brand clothing pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean I literally am trying to find like medium through XL. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no doubles, I don't want no triples. I want,
Yeah.
stuff that that looks proportionate. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my big thing right now. It's just scrolling eBay at night just to kind of unwind and be cool.
Hmm. So after you get to that point in your life where you do have the business, you have the store. What is your relationship like with sneakers once it's now that it's business?
Um, I think my approach is a little different, right? Because I think one of my superpowers is the fact that I'm still a consumer. Like, man, I,
Hmm.
I chase product just like you guys. Like, y'all don't
Hmm.
understand. Like, I mean, if corporate doesn't get it, I'm on the ground running. Like, okay, who
Hmm.
do I know? What can I do? Who should I be looking at? Or like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like paying attention to. Um, very much to the point of like, I hate raffles. I hate
Hmm.
anybody that does raffles. I'm like even I hate when we have to do a raffle. Like my
Hmm.
wife will tell you guys, like I dread doing raffles. I absolutely dread it. It's the part of the business that I hate. I hate it for
Hmm.
the consumer. I hate it for the brands. I hate it for, people that could seriously just camp out because man, the camp outs were the places that, we learn how to rock together. Like, oh, that's my boy, man. I see him at the camp
Hmm.
outs. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
connect. And that's the thing. Like, so for me, the business part, it just it doesn't feel like I mean, actually, it does feel like the part that just kind of weighs me down. Cause I
Hmm.
mean, at the end of the day, man, I do this because I love shoes. Like, I
Yeah.
love every brand that we carry. Like, I try not to carry brands that I feel like, man, I have no connection to. Um,
Hmm.
so as far as a business, I just try to see past the politics
Hmm.
of, oh, we didn't get allocated that or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do, I remind every brand that like, yo, real people line up for your shoes. This
Yeah.
is not a thing that's like, oh, sign up for our raffle. Cool,
Hmm.
it's taken care of. Like, excuse me, not at all. Like, yo, first come, first serve, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so.
So what happens when you may run into that dilemma where like this brand is selling like crazy, like everybody wants it, but you're
Mhm.
like, I don't have no connection to that brand. Like I don't even understand why people love it. But on the business
And
aspect, it's kind of like it would be nice to carry that brand because everybody wants it.
yeah, so fortunately, I haven't come across that, to be honest. Like, corporate, we carry everybody from Asics, Vans, Converse, New
Hmm.
Balance, Nike, Jordan, Timberland, Saucony, man, EQL, or yeah, the basketball brand EQL.
Yeah.
Um, man, I mean, we carry it all for the most Asics as well. I think I said them,
Hmm.
but I mean, we don't. I don't really have that issue of like, oh man, that product's hot and I can't get it. Like
Yeah.
maybe I don't get enough of it, because again,
Yeah.
we're trying to
Yeah.
service three doors. But
Hmm.
nah, man, I'm very fortunate. The brands, they love what we're trying to do. They understand what we're
Hmm.
trying to do, and they support us really well. So I think that's the other part. They don't see us as just a Nike Jordan door.
I
Because a
like that.
lot
I
of
like that.
times when you have Nike and Jordan, you don't have other options on the wall like you should. Because they
Hmm.
just take up a lot of your buy. Um,
Yeah.
maybe I do overbuy sometimes, but again, man, I want you to come into corporate and feel like, I have every option possible.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Sure. I like that. I like that. So for the people that don't know, because we spoke about this before we hopped on. So what is corporate? And it's not corporate
yeah.
got 'em. For the ones listening, it's corporate. Is it a brand, a mindset, or something bigger?
Oh man, I think it's all the above. To be honest,
Hmm.
yes, it's a destination. It's a sneaker store, but over time, it's grown into a brand. We do
Hmm.
branded product. We've been highly successful with collaborations. We've also been able to just kind of, show people or guide them in a way that they understand that,
Hmm.
everything can look serious, but in the real, like, man, you're getting just a great experience when you come in the shop. Like, you're
For
not,
sure.
I I like to say that, when I made the decision to call it corporate, I
Hmm.
wanted that to be the most serious thing on paper. And then once you realize who you're dealing with, you
Hmm.
realize, man, this is the coolest spot in the world. Like this is the coolest place to be at. You know, they love me, they show me love,
Hmm.
and we have fun together. So that was my angle. I didn't want to
Hmm.
be, snobby shoe store where you walk in, you're
Yeah.
not greeted and you're not,
Hmm.
shown the new product. You're not even given a chance to, feel like you're at home. So
Yeah, yeah. So tell us more about the story around the name corporate. Like, how did you come up with
yeah.
that?
So again, man, corporate, growing up in foot action, uh,
Hmm.
actually a lot of retail. At one point, I had for three different jobs at one time in one mall. I was working at Lids, I was working at Express, Man of Fashion, and Foot Action during my time in the Tri County Mall. And
Hmm.
man, I would always feel like I had this like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
it to
yeah,
my
yeah.
manager. My manager would be like, "Oh man, it's a great idea. You should tell somebody from corporate." And I'm like,
Yeah, I like
"Well, who
that.
the hell is corporate?" And next thing I knew, like, you know, it came down to making a DBA for the business,
Hmm.
and I was like, "I want to be corporate." Like,
I like
I
that.
felt
I
like
like
that was
that.
like the ultimate get back, right? For all
Yeah,
those times that people didn't want to hear what I had to say,
for
I
sure.
was gonna be corporate.
I like
So
that. I like that. I appreciate that. Like, I've never really known the story behind it, but like that's a nice spin on it. Cause I mean, I worked in like jobs where it's always, oh well, let corporate know about it, or corporate don't
yeah,
care, or corporate coming by. You know, it's never a name. It's just corporate.
dog, I swear they used corporate, like, oh, corporate's coming as a scare
Hmm.
tactic. Make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that the
yeah.
store looked clean, or
Hmm.
things were done in the way that they wanted. And it was like, really,
Hmm.
dog, if you would have just asked me to do something, I'd have been more inclined to just be like, cool, let's do it. Than
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
scaring me to death, you making me, be there, from whatever my shift started to 6 in the morning. I mean,
Hmm.
dude, I think that my time at Foot Action really taught me how to handle things that were stressful.
Hmm.
Like, and to this day, I really try not to use the word stress because I don't
Yeah,
want to feel that way. Like, yeah,
yeah.
everybody has pressure, but when you start saying, like, man, I'm just so stressed out, like, man, you start to really feel it. So for me,
Hmm.
I really try to eliminate that. I'm a big believer in, you have the power to speak life or death. Which do you choose?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna choose life every time. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
So you have this idea corporate and what are you're sharing this idea, of course. What are the people around you thinking? What are they thinking?
Man, I'll be honest, that was the time when you're just like, dang, like you really
Hmm.
don't believe in me. Um, had a
Mm.
really good friend. I mean, she was my homegirl. Like we talk every day, and when I told her I was gonna drop out of college and try to pursue just opening a shop,
Hmm.
man, I was the stupidest person alive. I was dumb. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I look back on it and I'm like, I get it. When we were younger, it was a fear thing, right? Because we were all
Yeah.
taught, go to college, get a degree, go work for somebody,
Hmm.
but I just had to do this for myself. Like,
Hmm.
at the time that I left college, I had seen a friend pass away and we were the same
Hmm.
age. So it put like a lot of urgency in me. Like, and
For
even
sure.
the day that he passed, it was his birthday. We were supposed to get
Man.
up, and man, I had a class run over, so I fell asleep waiting on his call. And that night he got killed, and I was like, man, this happened for a reason, right?
Hmm.
But his last conversation with me was like, don't get complacent. Do not
Hmm.
be in the same place that you are right now. You're working three
Hmm.
jobs, all in the same mall. Go get yours. And that really
Hmm.
that fueled me, man. That pushed me to want to figure it out independently. Man,
Hmm.
I'm grateful I got to move up to Minnesota and freeze my ass off. I worked at this store called Status,
Hmm.
and man, I just learned the game. And next thing you know, man, we went out of business. You thought I was gonna say something big happened. No, we went
Yeah.
out of business in 2008.
Uh-huh.
I want to say it was like April.
Yeah.
By June of 2008, I had opened the door to corporate. And again, my parents, they super supportive, man. When I tell you, like, again, it was kind of like a joke. They were like, now's the perfect time to open the business because, if it fails, everybody's failing right now. The economy
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, thanks, ma. Like, I think, like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
again, just everything happened the way it was supposed to.
Mhm.
My dad, he was like basically MacGyver, man. He could build anything. We put the
Yeah.
floor into the original shop. We did upgrades along the way. He helped me build fixtures. I mean, everything,
Mhm.
man. So again, you don't have those type of, tools in your tool belt when you're
Uh-huh.
just a kid with a dream. And
Yeah.
my mom, she was an accountant, so man, when the
And
bills
it
had to
worked
get
out.
balanced, it was like she was like,
Yeah.
"Well, you're not gonna be eating this week, but we're gonna get this bill
Yeah.
paid." And I mean, just like I said, everything happened for a reason, and
Mhm.
happened the way it was supposed to.
Mhm.
So super thankful
Mhm.
that we could do that. Like I said, everything happened the way it's supposed to.
Mhm.
We'll be at 18 years this year, and I
Man,
just think about like,
congratulations.
yeah, thank you, man. I just think about the progression and just like this was not an overnight thing. This was
Mhm.
like literally, just keep
Mhm.
getting better, better with
Yeah, for
time, and
sure.
like my boy Nigel be saying, brick after brick, bro. It's like
Hey, yeah, 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 yeah.
these are real concepts, and that's why like
Mhm.
I'm just super hyped that
Mhm.
that's working out for him.
Yeah, no,
So,
for real. He's killing it right now. So you've been a fan, you've been a collector, and well, you are a fan, collector, and a business owner.
mhm.
Which version of yourself do you enjoy or feel is your favorite?
That is such a good question because it's like as a fan, you still love it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
a collector, it's like this
Mm-hmm.
is still my passion. It's still my hobby. As
Mm-hmm.
a business owner, I love it because it's allowed me to be able to, work with some of the best people in my life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that works with me at corporate, I mean, they're family, man. These are my family. Like, I, I don't know what I would do without my family being able to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you work at a job and, your coworkers are just your coworkers.
Yeah.
And my coworkers are like the people that I spend time with even when we're not working.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my one of my good friends is the manager of our Dayton location. On
Mm-hmm.
Mondays, we have a chance. We go golf and, just like relax. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my cousin is the operations manager for the
Mm-hmm.
shops. And I mean, he's my one of my best friends in the world. My literally family get to hang out
Yeah,
with him
yeah.
every day and laugh with him. My the finance director for the business was my TA at Wright State when I was in a math class, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm it's just like I said, just being able to have people that I trust, I love, and I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate every day. That's the best part of being the
Mm-hmm.
business owner. Not you know a release or whatever, but just like the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then being able to
Yeah.
service my community. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I just want people to see Cincinnati the way it really is, or Indianapolis the
Mm.
way it is, or even Dayton the way it is. Like,
Yeah.
these are super cool cities. I mean, obviously, everybody hears about Indianapolis all the
Mm-hmm.
time now. I mean, whether
Yeah.
it's during the Pacers runs, Caitlin
Mm-hmm.
Clark killing it, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Final Four or Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl or whatever the case may be. I mean, Indianapolis has done so much for my family and just like giving us just another spotlight of just like
Mm-hmm.
gratitude. So super cool. And Dayton, just because like, man, it was a part of my early on, you know, um, my early on years of just like figuring out what was next for myself.
For
Like I
sure.
went to Wright State and, I love the people still. and I'm blessed to be able to be a part of their community as well.
Hmm. Do you, you know, you say you're celebrating 18 years. Do you still feel that pressure of like, I got to put on for my city. I got to put on for where I came from, you know?
Man, every day, for me, it's more like making sure that you know, I bring moments to Cincinnati because,
Hmm.
like, man, right now they've been seeing all these moments in Indianapolis. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I still love you, Cincinnati. Trust me, I
yeah.
do. It's just we don't have the NCAA there. We don't have,
Yeah.
you know, some things in place that I wish we did. But
Hmm.
Cincinnati definitely is, you know, regardless of how somebody says something, it's like,
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you loud
Yeah.
and clear. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
you want me to do something major again, and it's on
Yeah.
the way, man. You know,
I like it. I like it.
um, man, yeah, it's on the way. So
I like it. I
Cincinnati,
like it.
trust me, all in due time.
So
Yeah,
does owning corporate, does that change how you collect sneakers?
yeah, because every week I feel like I get a ton of shoe boxes, and I'm like,
Hmm.
do I really need all these? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
I do. I like
yeah,
that.
I mean, seriously, yeah, it's just it's an enabler. Corporate
Hmm.
owning corporate is an enabler because
Yeah.
yes, I'm able to do um my thing in collecting.
Hmm.
It makes
Yeah.
things a little bit more accessible, but also I will say on the terrible note, as soon as they find out it's for you and you own a sneaker store, man, that price is going up on you. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
damn, man.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I definitely try to use you know, my friends, I'd be like, hey, DM this person, see what price they give it to you at. Cause man, people be
Yo, that's
I'm telling
crazy.
you, dog. Hey
That's
man, it's so
crazy.
funny. Man, they like, wait, you on a sneaker store? Oh, we going let's just trade. I'm like, God, like I did that one time and I've been regretting
Hmm.
it for like 2 years, bro. Like
Mm.
just regretting it. Like the dude
Hmm.
that I still owe is just like, like, oh, I don't want those. I'm like, bro, we had a deal in place.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we just do this the right way? Like, I don't want to
Yeah, yeah.
feel like I owe you. I don't want you to be like,
Hmm.
man, Matt from corporate out there, he owe me. I'm like, bro, I don't want none of that. I would have paid you the
Oh, yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to do none
Yeah.
of that. So it's just real talk, man. I'm glad
Yeah, no,
that
I feel it.
you're letting me out. You're letting me let me vent a little bit. But
Yeah,
yeah.
nah, man, I feel that, man. And I feel like doing social media, and I don't know if you remember, I made a video when you first dropped your airship, and I got the city wrong. And that is the moment I realized that, like, when you see someone that owns a store, you see someone that creates something, it's like they'll never hear what I'm saying, or they'll never see what
Right.
I'm talking about, or you see them.
Hmm.
I don't want to say you don't see them like as human, but just your expectation, it
Hmm.
changes. It's like, oh, well, they got it, or I'm one out of a million people that's gonna show this shoe. So when I seen that you seen it, I was just like, yo, yo,
Oh
like
man,
I'm like, oh
I
man,
ain't
you
say
you
nothing
create
crazy.
no, 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 you corrected me.
Oh,
You
okay.
like,
I was
man,
about to
great.
say.
You're like great video, but it's actually for Cincinnati. And I
Oh,
called it,
okay,
but
cool.
I had already edited. I had already put it
Uh,
up. It was getting traction. I'm like,
Trust me, you're
yo,
fine, brother. That was such a time in my life. I'll be
hmm,
honest, like you realize that you can't control everything, and that's perfectly
hmm,
fine. I mean,
hmm,
dog, when the comments on anybody that creates something,
hmm.
boy, them comments will make you be like, yo, man, like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Add this
okay,
name
yeah,
to
yeah,
the list of like people that I'm not messing with. Like I don't want to hear them. I don't want to
yeah,
talk to
yeah,
that person. Like nah, they
yeah,
can't never say nothing to me ever again.
hmm,
Like,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you just realize like, bro, it ain't even about the shoe. Like you said,
yeah,
it's about Cincinnati getting some love or the
hmm,
people rallying around you. And that's what I
hmm,
really realized and I learned from just even being a collaborator with Jordan Brand.
for
Like,
sure.
bro, I'm never gonna be bigger than Jordan Brand. I'm
Hmm.
perfectly fine with that. I had my moment, but I do hunger for that again. It's like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's like my boy CP said, like, man, I'm addicted to playing in the finals. Bro,
Oh,
I'm addicted
yeah.
to I'm addicted to being like, yo, how can I create? Especially
Hmm.
just tell stories that make sense to us. Like,
For
bro,
sure, yeah.
we all have these stories that um we wish that we could get off somehow, right? Like
Hmm.
every friend group swears up and down they should have a show, right?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same way with sneakers. Like, dog, if
Yeah.
we just tell this story about this, I
Hmm.
promise people around the world could feel that. And it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, like I believe that. Like
Yeah.
that's the beauty in sneakers though. When
Hmm.
we all
Yeah.
share something in common and we can tell these stories that
Hmm.
mean something, like
Yeah.
man, that's more powerful than just telling a story about
Excuse me.
Cincinnati or making
Hmm.
something up that just didn't make no sense from the beginning. Like,
Hmm.
and that's where I'm on. That's what I'm on right now. Like
Hmm.
we're on that right now with
I
some
like it. I like
brands.
it.
So yeah, just feel me on this. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
on the
Okay.
way. We on the way.
I like it, man. I can't wait. So
Yeah.
with you, you talk about your sneaker boxes and you have your personal collection, then you have your inventory. So
Yeah.
do sneakers sort of like lose meaning to you when it becomes the inventory?
Um. Nah. I mean, no. Cause again, like I only take home what I like. Like
Mm-hmm.
man, I ain't really worried about it. Like I mean, like I love what Vans is doing right now. I
Mm-hmm.
have not purchased any of them just because again, I'm just like there's somebody out there that would appreciate that more. I'm
Mm.
gonna let them get it. I'm gonna let them,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe that's the shoe that sparked it all for them.
For
So
sure.
that's cool. But like as far as like personal and
Mm-hmm.
my inventory, man, I just try to keep them separate. And
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because today they got on me. They're like, "Hey, you take something, we got to ring it out."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I hear y'all." So it's funny. So yeah, it's definitely personal and business, and
Mm-hmm.
the business is cool, but getting a pair of shoes is still cool as hell
Yeah,
too.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I
Man,
like it, man. I
nah, the
like
other
it,
day
man.
it was OD. The Kobe had came out, the black and gold, the
Mm-hmm.
fade to black retro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That came out. Um, the Comet 95 came in. Those
Mm-hmm.
are set to drop in a couple weeks. The something else came in. It's like four shoes came in. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
size nine, size nine. Oh, I need an 8.5 in that, and I put
Uh-huh.
all those in my trunk, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then one of the skate shops, they had some stuff that I just been sleeping on. So I go over
Mm-hmm.
there. Boy, I
Mm-hmm.
came home with about 7 shoes. I was like, all right. So yeah, man, I'm forever collecting. I'm forever buying what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
just my thing. It's always gonna be my thing, and I'm gonna make sure that I continue it.
Hey man, that's beautiful, man. I always say, man, two of the hardest things to find in this world is a job that you love waking up to and a person to build something with. So if you ever get one of
Mm.
those, never lose them. I actually had a co-host, and he loves what he does. He's a tennis coach, and I always told him like, I love what we're doing here. But the simple fact that you have a job that you already love, that you love waking up to, you love 13, 14, 15-hour days,
Hmm.
give me the heads up, like, hey, you know, I don't have any time for this anymore. And I'm 100. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pass it on to me. So I know I believe in that. Like, if you love doing what you're doing, don't let nobody get in front of that. Or you find someone that you
No
can
doubt.
build with, don't let nobody get in front of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
man, that's some great advice, and yeah, man. I mean, I rock with both of those. On the like
Yeah.
love what I do every day, and
Mhm.
man, just try to be my best. Like I said,
Mhm.
that's what I've learned too. Just try to be your
Mhm.
best.
So we're gonna get into bigger than sneakers. So
Yeah.
at what moment did you realize that like sneakers wasn't enough? It had to be bigger.
Hmm. I would have to say, well, there's been a couple points to be honest.
Mhm.
So prior to me opening the shop in
Mhm.
2008, my apartment got broken into.
Mm.
100% like liquidated my apartment, bro. I'm talking about they took dirty
Wow.
drawers, they took the sneakers, they took shirts, tees,
Uh huh.
hoodies,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything. And I just realized, like, man, material things are great, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
make me, man. They ain't gonna make me.
Mm.
And
Yeah, yeah,
so, like, I just started saying, man, I'm bigger than sneakers. Like, I'm bigger than sneakers.
for
Like,
sure.
yeah, my relationships with people are bigger,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But then I would say about 7 years in, right? We
Mm-hmm.
had made it, and we got to this point of like, man, I just felt like I could finally breathe. I could finally give back the way I wanted to. And I
Mm-hmm.
just made it my real effort to be like, okay, who can I help?
Mm-hmm.
There's a line that I had read is success is what you can do for yourself. Significance
Mm-hmm.
is what you can do for others. I
Mm-hmm.
just felt that, man. I was like, that's me, man. That's what I'm on right now. And
Mm-hmm.
BTS was born. In the beginning, I had a co-founder. She
Mm-hmm.
helped, with the paperwork. And we just kind of grew up and grew away from each other, and that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine, like you said. But that was it. I just want to help as many people as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I want to help kids, especially those kids entering like their junior year of high school that
Mm-hmm.
basically are like, "Yo, I think I found something." Again, it was probably my junior year when I really started telling people like I'm opening a shoe store.
Yeah.
And I had friends that were just like, "That's dope. Like, I believe in you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but then, you have people that just like, "Nah." And again, man, I'm telling you, there's so many quotes out there that just push you to be who you are. Like,
Mm-hmm.
in the first shop, man, we put up this quote from the Jay Sakaya and Kanye book. It was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Would you believe in what you believe in if only you believed in it?" And I was
Yeah.
like, damn right I would every single day.
Yeah.
And I mean, I looked at that phrase every day for 3 years, bro. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about when the most consistent person that walked through the door was either the mailman or the
Mm-hmm.
UPS man dropping off product. That's
That's
scary times,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that
For
means you have
sure.
customers. So
Yeah.
you're like, man, so I mean, I just remembered all that, and I was just like, we
Mm-hmm.
gotta do it better. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, when you're the owner of the shop, you
Mm-hmm.
attract people that have dreams too. And a lot of those
Yep.
people done told them like that's a dumb idea. You shouldn't do
Mm-hmm.
that. And I mean, this
Mm-hmm.
started with one of my really good friends, Andrew Parks, who was at Adidas basketball for some years, man. He did the AE1 for real.
Mm.
Like, he all the colors were him. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this was a kid back then that, he had a little trouble.
Mm-hmm.
We got him involved with the Pencil Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that was like my first personal project to help somebody. And
Mm-hmm.
from there, man, Bigger Than Sneakers was born. Like,
I
it just
like
felt
it.
so good to help him and see his dream,
Mm-hmm.
come to life, that I was like, man, I want that feeling every day. I want to be able to, look myself in the mirror, or somebody come to me and be like,
Mm-hmm.
man, you don't even realize you helped change my life. Because I know how good that feels when, I was able to tell people that. So that's where Bigger Than
Yeah. I
Sneakers
like it.
came from. And, we've made it our mission to continue to have, programs that help educate kids,
Mm-hmm.
not only on entrepreneurship, but design, marketing,
Mm-hmm.
organizational leadership,
Mm-hmm.
different things of that nature. And I mean, really,
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, it was like more towards minorities, but
Mm-hmm.
even I realized, like, man, we got to have everybody be a part of this if it's really going to change the people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I'm all for, being pro minority, but I also got to
Mm-hmm.
remember that, man, until we can change other people's opinions, we
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be stuck in the same place, bro.
Yeah,
So
man. I like
had
that,
to
man. I like that.
had to experience.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just, that's the thing, bro. Like, Bigger Than
Mm-hmm.
Sneakers has taught me so much that, man, I'm just trying to pour more into it because I want to learn more
Mm-hmm.
too. Like, man, I love
Yeah.
seeing these kids, like, their ideas come to life. They put
Mm-hmm.
group projects together. They work together. It's like, damn, man, I wish I could do all this at y'all age. Like, I was
Uh-huh.
nowhere near that, and
Yeah.
that's what makes me
Yeah.
super proud. See.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's dope, man. Just coming from my childhood and not really having that guidance or that type of leadership within my life. Um, I can't remember who said it, but there was a saying or quote, a child only knows what you teach them. And in that sense, it's like whatever you give them is all they got. So if you show them this is the right way, that's where they're gonna go. If you show them that this is it, that's where they're gonna go. So when you have people like you that provide them with like, hey, it's cool to do this, it's okay to do this, it's here's your opportunity to do this, then that mold people. But if you just have to go no guidance, you're just gonna go down that path. Um,
Yeah.
but when we're talking about bigger than sneakers, how do you protect your mission that we spoke about when there's monies, there's brands, there's people see the brand and the dollars, and they kind of start to forget what that mission may. Well,
Yeah.
people look past the mission.
Yeah. Nah, that's a good question. Just because I've been around a couple of nonprofits that definitely,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, the funds were allocated in ways that just didn't align with how I felt.
Mm.
So with Bigger Than Sneakers, any proceeds that are donated to it go back to the programming or the kids.
I
There's
like that.
nobody on payroll, and I think that that's the reason why I feel so much better about the work that we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because man, you already know once you start throwing money around and people are like, "Oh, you can
Mm-hmm.
get a bag for doing this social
Mm-hmm.
programming or whatever." It's just like then it's just a chase. Like you're
Yeah.
just chasing that bag. You're forgetting, yo, man, I wanted to help somebody. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I'm helping them, but hey, there's also a little for
Mm-hmm.
me, and it's like, man, so yeah, sometimes we do miss out on grants.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't get what, you know, we always feel like we should have, but I just always look at it like, man, nah, we exactly where we're supposed to be, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful that man, this thing's been able to just continue to grow with the
Mm-hmm.
help of, people. People see
Mm-hmm.
something, they know my heart. They're like, man,
Mm-hmm.
I can give to that. Cause
For
bro, how
sure.
many of these things we be like, man,
Yeah.
round up to the next 57 cents. I don't even want to do that to you. I don't know where that 57 cents going. But like, I just, I just think that people really understand that, man. If I was doing it for the money, I probably wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
doing that. I'd probably be doing something
Yeah.
else. So,
For sure. For
nah,
sure.
it's cool, man.
Before we get into the showcase shoe, I have one more question for you. It's kind of like my question of the pod, and it
Hmm.
speaks about legacy because that's pretty much what I want to create with this podcast. So when it's all said and done, what do you want to leave behind with your name, and what do you want corporate to represent?
Man, well, when it's all said and done, I just hope that people just understand, like, man, I never took no for an answer. I wanted
Mm.
to. One of my good friends, he just always tells me, just be undeniably great. He's like, it's that
Yeah,
simple. I'm
yeah.
like, if it's that simple,
Everybody will be done.
then yeah, exactly. He says it so easily that I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, dog, like, so you
Mm-hmm.
mean to tell me if I'm undeniably great that Jordan Brand would be like, Matt, do it for?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but no, I just want to be undeniably great. Like, man, I don't have
For
to be
sure.
perfect. I just have to just show people that regardless of
Mm-hmm.
any hardship, I was able to make it
Mm-hmm.
through. I was able to do something that nobody expected. And,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I left it all behind, man. I left it all on
Mm-hmm.
the court. So
I
that's
like
what
it.
I hope that I'm known for. Corporate, man, I just hope that they realize that like the vision was to sell as many shoes as possible. That quickly changed over, every year. With every year of
Mm-hmm.
business, every anniversary, I realized that the purpose was not to just sell shoes. The purpose
Mm-hmm.
was to impact the people. Be able to,
Mm-hmm.
be a place that people come to, that man they love, they they ride for it, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it just teaches them something that they leaves them in a better place than they were before. That's all I can ask of corporate, man. If I put too much else pressure on it, it won't be as fun. So,
I like it, man. I like it, man. I like that answer. I hope that the ones that are watching and listening can learn something or take in what some of that you said because those that's good advice, and especially when you're your purpose may change. When I started this podcast, it was more kind of like ad driven, or what can
Yep.
I be part of, you know? And then I think pretty much really after episode 99, I was kind of like, I know,
That's
right?
so deep, dog. I was like, dang, what number are we? Yeah.
Yeah, like after number 99, I was like, how about you try creating something for you? So create your own, you know, stop trying to get invited somewhere, stop trying to get seated this, or stop trying to make something from something else. How about you create you create something and make that something people want to be part of? And then that's when like the conversations got better. That's when the opportunities start coming, because
Yeah.
now I'm like, if I don't get that invite, if I don't get that show, if I don't get whatever I was once looking for, it's cool because I created this on my own. I put this together. I edit the episodes. I put the clips out. I post the cover art. I made the cover art. Like, this is all me. There's nobody else involved. There is no payroll. There is no PR. There is no creative director. All me. It's all Flex under all those names, you know. So, it's more of like I really just took, you know, all right, let me take some pride into it and create my own, and whatever comes with it is whatever comes with it, man. You know, we just real people, real conversations. That's what I like to say.
Listen, man, a lot of people in this space, they're like, bro, I got to get the brand deal. I got to get this or that. It's like, man, that might not be for you, bro. And that's not for us to decide. Real. Like, you know, man, I mean, I don't know what everybody believe in, but it's like there's a higher power out there that sees you fit for the task that you're being asked to do. Simple as that. If he feel like he can trust you, it's gonna grow. If he doesn't, you're not gonna grow, and it's okay, man. Just get yourself right. So
yeah. Sometimes our time is not that time, you know. When we like, I want it now. I want that brand deal now. I want this Jordan 4 right now. It's like, hey, hold on.
Listen. So, what did we do? We did Airship 3 years ago now. I think it's almost been 3 years.
Yeah.
It'll be 3 years this year. Man, it's like the further away we get to it or from it, I'm just like, man, it's so hard sometimes. Like, even I have to put things in perspective. Like, man, there's new leadership. There's new this. There's somebody else that's out there that's doing something that I'm not doing. I just have to be proud of the work that I'm doing. If that's for me, it'll be recognized. And I don't have to go out there and be like, man, it's my turn. It's my, like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, be undeniably great. Be what you're supposed to be. Keep going with, you know, projects that might come your way. You know, other things. I mean, bro, I'd be a liar if I felt like I could say, like, man, I don't want to work with nobody else other than Jordan Brand. I'd be a liar because there's other product out there that help shape me in a way that I'm going. Like, dude, there was a time when I was obsessed with the Question shoe. Like, I had that thing in every color, and that's a part of me. That's a part of me loving shoes. There's you know, Dion's that. You know, Dion was that dude, right? Like, you wanted the Dions growing up. And, I mean, that was a part of me. It's, you know, it's just all these pieces that, MJ is MJ, but, man, I got other stories to tell. I got other things that I could, you know, weigh in on. And I hope that, you know, corporate has those opportunities.
Like it, man. You'll definitely see those opportunities, man. You know, patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue.
All in due time, dog. All in due time.
There it is. So what's the showcase shoe, man? What you got for us today?
Man, so I really could not, like, I had two that I was thinking about. So one thing that I always do, I would be amiss if I didn't tell you that I'm the product of Clark's Conversations, man. For anybody that doesn't know who I'm referring to, I'm talking about DJ Clark Kent. Clark was my mentor, my big brother, one of my best friends in the world. You know, we laughed together, we talked music together. You know, he was always giving me advice on raising my daughters. He's just always giving me advice and just being a better person.
For sure.
When he passed, I was super sad because it was like, dang, man, now the whole culture just feel weird right now. We feel like we're
Mhm.
in a weird place. There's a lot of people that
Yeah.
I don't think will be popping up if Clark was still around. I don't think some people would
Mm.
be running around popping like they think they are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so today, I was thinking about the time that Complex Con, the first one, we were out
Mhm.
in Long Beach, I think it was. Yeah, Long Beach. And man, he had debuted the Got That White Air Force One.
Mm.
And I love this one because I was like, the road edges just took it to
Mhm.
that next level. The material, the pony hair, um, obviously the reference. I was like, how the heck do
Mhm.
you get approved for that? And I mean, just everything about this one. And I remember when it showed up at my house.
Mhm.
He blessed the box. He wrote like to my little brother, and I just
Mhm.
think that that's just something that I always carry and remember.
For
But
sure.
then this one, I was thinking about this one a lot today, and
Mm.
again,
Yeah.
family. That first and foremost, man. My family, the friends that I got, they're friends and family.
Mhm.
Obviously, Clark, Abdul, all day, and Magni, great brothers, great people that I still have in my life.
Yeah.
Um, but the list and just the comedy that's associated with it. My brother
Mhm.
Abdul, he's apparently the list manager.
Uh-huh.
They called him Farm, which was for fake ass road manager, and that just had me so weak when I heard that. And
Yeah. Yeah.
the day that Clark got these at the house,
Mhm.
I was over there with Abdul, and
Mhm.
they came as a pair, like so
Uh-huh.
both shoes were the same, but they sent them out mixed up. And man, we had
Mm.
to go through all them damn boxes, and we mismatching these shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
man, when I tell you, it was just one of those moments that I'll never forget, and
Mhm.
it will remind me just how stupid shoes are. That we're over here
Yeah.
mismatching
Yeah.
these shoes, but we're over
Yeah.
there just having we're cracking up because
Yeah. Yeah.
Abdul's messing up a couple pairs. Then I
Yeah.
messed up a couple pairs. I'm like, dang, I did put two rights in that box. I mean, it was just we were just like, why are we doing this? And then Clark just
Mhm.
continues to tell the story.
Mhm.
Man, I just felt like I didn't want everybody to have pairs, and
Mhm.
then man, it was just a good day, and I was just thinking about that today. Um,
Mhm.
you gotta have days like that where you just remember the good times. You
Mhm.
could miss somebody hella hard. Grief is a terrible
Yeah.
thing, but man, there's
Mhm.
days where I just crack up because man, that was just funny. It's just a funny
Yeah.
ass day, man.
Yeah,
So
man. I like that, man. That's those again, beautiful stories. Sneakers, man, are as you say, bigger than
uh,
sneakers. It's I mean, it's
it's bigger
beyond
than
all
sneakers,
that.
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's,
the memories, man, and just like
mhm.
just everything is just so funny, man. Like um, Clark and Abdul,
Yeah.
they just a dynamic duo, man. And I'm
Mhm.
proud that now I get to roll with Abdul a little bit more. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I'm not your fake ass road manager, man. I'm not. And he just be cracking up. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but that's my brother, man. That's my big brother. So,
I like it, man. I like it. So I'm pretty sure you could have guessed this one. Um, but my showcase shoe is the corporate airship.
mm,
Um, as small details that I once spoke about for the city here.
yeah.
Then we got the 9.5, and I think what I got wrong was the skyline.
Oh yeah,
And
skyline
yeah,
on the
yeah,
insole.
yeah. So I keep everything for my sneakers. So I keep the
Ah,
paper.
yeah, dog.
Yeah, man. I mean, I keep the receipt. I got the receipt from when I. Yeah, yeah, man. I keep everything.
Where'd you get them
Um,
from?
I got them from corporate.
Oh,
Got a
okay, cool.
receipt and everything. Yeah, 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 man.
That's
Right there.
tight, man. I
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate it,
yeah.
dog. I really
Oh
do.
yeah, man.
The
All love, man.
so I don't know if you peep, but on the inside,
Mhm.
on like the back, if you flip up that little tag right there,
This
on
one?
the tongue. Yep. If you
Yeah.
flip that up, it says we did it. Ob was the guy that I mentioned earlier in the episode where I was like, he was my friend that unfortunately passed away, but I threw that on there for him, and then on the other side, the Love You Larry, that's for my dad. So yeah, man, I'm like I said, man, Jordan
like that,
Brand,
man.
like dog, they really picked up your boy when he was down,
Yeah.
but man, I tell you, that's why I love the brand so much. Like, man, it's just the people behind it. They really did look out, and they wanted to emphasize a story about a place that maybe somebody does get inspired to go check out. So I appreciate them for that.
Yeah, man. Clean pair. I still got to put them on. I got a in studio interview coming up soon. I think these may be it's that time of the year. It's
Yeah,
sunny.
man.
It feels good. This is the right color to be beaming off the sun. I like it. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna pull
I
it
know,
out,
man. I think I haven't worn them since the week that we released them. But I'm going to Guatemala in a couple of days. I'm gonna take my pair and I'm gonna leave it somewhere, like Clark did. Clark used to, hey, find them, keep them, love them, whatever. And I'm gonna do that with those as a,
Hey, man,
just
that's
kind of
cool,
like,
man. I like it. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So man, once again, man, appreciate you, hopping on Soul Brother podcast. Taking time out your day, man. For the ones watching and listening, do you have any closing remarks?
man, feel free to reach out to me, man. That's my main goal. I want to be able to just connect with people, man. So if there's something that maybe we talked about tonight, maybe there's something that just you have a question about, man, please feel free to reach out. Like, man, I'm no celebrity by any means. I'm a regular person. I go to work every single day, and I'd be happy to, kind of help you as well. Anybody, man.
Yeah.
Anybody for that
Sure.
matter. So
Appreciate that.
my hit me on Instagram, hit me in my email, whatever it takes. But bro, please, just anybody out there, just feel free, because you never know.
Yeah.
One thing, you just never know what could happen or what the conversation could lead to if you don't even have that conversation.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, we could go on for a million more hours on that
Yeah.
subject alone. But yeah, man, tell them
like
just
it.
hit me, dog. I'm real.
I like it, man. That was one of the things, man. I appreciate when I did reach out to you. You replied, and then of course, I don't take it personal. Not at this point. Like, some people just don't reply, But I appreciate that you reply. You're like, hey, all right, let me check it out first. Let me, I was like, all right, cool. I like that. I'd rather you just give me like an honest answer, like, I'm just not checking for your content right now, or I just don't feel like it's a good fit, or whatever the case may be. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just people just don't reply. Again, I'm cool with it, but I appreciate that you took time out. Like, hey, I'm gonna check it out and I'll let you know. Cool.
Like I said,
like it.
dog, it's like we ain't celebrities, man.
Yeah.
I'm a
Hey,
business
man,
owner. I'm a cool guy, man, and it's like let's not get it twisted in these places of like being unreachable. Like, that's just not cool. So for any of my fellow business owners, man, you don't know what it takes. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been shut down by somebody. Don't be that person. Like, we're better than that. So
That's
my
a
final
good
remark.
perspective. I think that's a good perspective. And that's where we're gonna end it, guys. As I always say, love, peace, and sneakers.
Retro 7s, retro 3s, metallic silver, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got soul. Yeah.